Hey everyone, welcome back to Iggy's Nerdy Stuff. Let me first apologize for it being such a long time since my last video. I have a daughter who's graduating from high school and it's just gotten crazy busy the last couple of weeks, and Comcast has been getting on the last of my last nerves. My internet has been going in and out, so hopefully next week I can get that all settled and have a more consistent schedule. I'm thinking once every 2 weeks will be when I try to put out a video. I'd like to also thank everyone who was kind enough to like, subscribe, and comment on my previous videos. I really appreciate it. It's not as though I'm doing this to gain a huge following, but it is nice to know that something that I worked very hard on, there are people who appreciate what I posted. So thanks again, and please stay with me. So today I'm going to do an Illustrator spotlight. On my previous video I mentioned that Balance, one of Angie Grace's books, was the first adult coloring book that I purchased. So I thought I'd feature a little more closely some of the things or the books that I have by her. A bit about Angie. She is an indie illustrator who sells exclusively through Amazon. She's a colorist herself, and all of her 100% original artworks are designed with the colorist in mind, so that's really nice. So if you take a look at her available books, you'll see that she's been publishing adult coloring books way before the adult coloring book craze of recent year or recent months, and so far she has about 47 titles. This book here, Balance, is a bestseller on Amazon, and that is a bestseller among all genres, not just the coloring book genre. So that makes her very well received and a very popular artist. In fact, she has a Facebook page and an Instagram page, and some of her fans color exclusively with her books or in her books. So she has a very loyal following. So let's talk about the book characteristics. All of Angie's books outside of the sampler are a nice compact size of 8.5 by 8.5 inches. Hopefully you can kind of get a gist of this with this angle. With the exception of her sampler is a little larger, and I'll explain about that later. All of her books have this glossy cover. You can see here, and the cover is kind of thick weight, bendable. The paper itself is not ivory or off-white, but a very bright white. And the paper is a medium weight. It's not especially thick, it's not super thick, but it has a very soft texture. I like that about it. So whatever medium that you're going to use, it lays down very smoothly on the paper. And because her illustrations are one-sided, if you use a blotter page in between, you won't have a problem with bleed through on the other pages. And of course, if you're using pencil, that's not an issue at all. So Angie has her books are in series. She has 4 different types of books, and so let's talk about Balance. There's another one in the series of extreme stress menders called Breathe, and there's a new one called Transcend. So the description mentions that these are extremely intricate colorings in a relaxing, centered, and balanced circular format. And I would agree. I'm looking actually for a picture that I finished. Here we go. So for me, I found it very relaxing to start at the center of the picture, working my way out and finding the shapes that are identical to each other. It's almost like a puzzle. And it's very nice to see the symmetry of these designs. That's what a lot of people find relaxing about these circular designs. So that is Angie Grace's Extreme Stress Menders. Now moving on to what is called the Extreme Coloring Book. And this is described as wildly whimsical and intricate designs for the connoisseur colorist. This is what I like to call Angie thinking outside of the box, because there are pages like this one that don't follow that symmetrical format, bit of asymmetry. And personally, I did find the first picture, this is the first picture that I colored, a bit challenging because it was asymmetrical and just whimsical, different shapes flowing everywhere. I didn't really like the colors I chose for this one, and I didn't really like this one. But the second one, page that I colored, a lot of bright colors using the markers that I love to use. I enjoyed this a lot. I enjoyed it much more. So if you want something that's a bit of that is more of a challenge while still following the Angie Grace aesthetic, then certainly Wow would be a good choice. And the other extreme, what is it called? Extreme Coloring Book is called Cool. Book in Angie's collection is what is called her Patterns books. These are in her original square format, and as the book number goes up, the drawings get increasingly challenging. So this is Nifty Volume 10. She has volumes in her book, 5, 6, etc. You get the point. So let's take a look at, this is actually the first, hopefully you can see this. It's a little bit of a shadow from my phone, but this is the picture I started. It's kind of a tribute to Prince. He passed a few days ago. He's one of my favorite artists, and so I was feeling a bit of in a purple mood. My nails are purple, and started this page in purple. Very much a loss to anyone who really loves music. And here's another one of the patterns. That's really pretty. So that is Angie's Patterns. Okay, moving on to the sampler. This is the special edition, one page from every single Angie coloring book. And this is, I'll show you why the book is a little larger. This is 8.5 by 11, because at the bottom of each picture is the name of the book where it came from, which is nice, because then if you find a style in here that you like, you can buy that particular book. I mentioned that her books are numbered to kind of show you how complicated the book will be. So this is a volume 5. See that the designs are a little larger. Volume 4. If I can just get one that's really, here we go, 14. So again, I highly recommend getting this book. Even for her newer books that were just published, you can go onto her website and still print a page, because she keeps her website updated with the pages from her new books. So that's the sampler. Okay, and here we go. Angie's for crayons and wide tip markers. These books are my jam. I love these books. Show a picture or two. when I feel like getting something done very quickly. I've just done something coloring that's really intricate. I can just pick up this book and finish it in a day. And I like the fact that I've seen many books that have simple designs, but these books don't suffer from quality issues as far as it being childlike. Still looks like an adult coloring book page, but just something that you can finish in a short period of time, or if you want to use crayons or wide tip markers. I like this too because you can experiment with colors without, spending a large period of time on a page and then not liking the color selection you chose, like this. Yeah. So I was trying to do some earthy colors, and this is what happened. I don't like that at all. But I didn't have to spend a bunch of time on it either because the spaces were so large. And I think I may have shown this on another video, so I enjoy this series a lot. Okay, so that is my Angie Grace Illustrator Spotlight. To sum it up, what I really love about Angie Grace and her style is that she's detailed without being cluttered. Her designs are intricate, but they're not dizzying. There's some very crisp lines, very nice ink. There's a lot of symmetry going on here that's relaxing the color. The line widths are very consistent, and her regular books are nice and compact. So I really feel that a colorist should have at least one Angie Grace book in their collection, and you should go get one. Okay, so that's it. Again, I'm hoping to get another video up within the next 2 weeks and keep a consistent schedule from there on. Thanks for joining me again, and bye.